I am super excited, guys. I have been looking forward to this, I tell you, for a long while. Last year I did my first Vlogmas series where I made a video every single day from the 1st of December up until the 25th of December. This year I'm going to be not necessarily committing to every day, but doing very similar. The idea behind Vlogmas, if you're not familiar, is that you're going to really just be following me around a little bit on my day-to-day life. But I will say as much as possible relating it to Christmas. Certainly for me, I do Christmas sewing, Christmas baking, Christmas crafting. So you'll be seeing all that stuff as we go. In addition to just seeing, you know, what I'm doing, where I'm going, where I'm shopping, where I'm working, all that good stuff. So I really do hope that you enjoy getting that little glimpse into my life over the Christmas period. I feel like November just like flew. I don't really know what happened and suddenly we're in December and I don't feel particularly ready for it all. I've obviously been doing a bit of planning, so there will be some fun things planned throughout the month. But the main thing is I need to get into the Christmas spirit, and I feel like what better way to do that than to put up all of my Christmas decorations. So I'm gonna go through the room, see what I can do to make everything a little bit more Christmassy. I'm going to show you some of my favorite ornaments, which will come as no surprise to anyone that they are the handmade ones. So these are little origami figures that my Aunt Katie made. I'm not sure if I showed them last year, but I love these guys. So I've got a couple of reindeers. Reindeer, I suppose I should say. This one did used to go on the tree, but I feel like he makes a nice little scene sitting on the side here. We've got a fancy peacock here. Very nice, showing all of his plumage. And then a couple of origami trees. These ones I made. So I made a load of these to go around the house. Really easy origami little ornament. And they just cheer up any space. Now this guy I did not make, but I bought him at the Scandinavian Christmas market. I'm actually going to be going to the Finnish church tomorrow where I got this guy. So I'm hoping that they might have some more similar ones because, you know, we could always do with more friends. He is super cute though. He's got a little adorable face on there. It was definitely the face that sold me. I felt like he just had so much personality. I had to take him home with me. He's made from a cork and he has this lovely crocheted whole little outfit. So his name is Corky and next to Corky is Peanut. If you watched my Vlogmas last year, you will remember Peanut. I knitted him during Vlogmas and I am going to hopefully knit another little guy for all of my Christmas decorations. And then these two trees on either side, I made these, and I'm actually going to make some of these over Vlogmas to show you. But these are just made from embroidery thread, and then you can make your own starch, but I use something called Mod Podge that you just wrap around a cone and essentially wait for it to dry and then pull it off. But I think they're super effective, and I really do love those, and I want to make some more for work and for at home. I've also got some of these on the kitchen shelf, so I will give a little clip of what that looks like, and they just make a lovely, pretty scene. I feel like they're not necessarily in-your-face Christmas, but they definitely feel Christmassy. Now these two stockings are another thing that I made over Vlogmas. So this one is one that my husband picked out the fabric, and this is one that I picked out the fabric. I wanted us to have some little stockings just to have and reuse every year, and it was so nice to pull these down out of the Christmas decorations, and they just kind of feel like they've always been there now, which is just really happy. There are a load of paper ornaments that my niece made for us. So she actually had just done some nice drawings and we backed them on some colored paper because I thought it would be fun to have them as Christmas decorations. She made these in 2018. She is 10 now, so she was 6 at the time. So they're definitely a little bit younger than where she is now. But they're just so cute, and they're all over our Christmas tree, and we absolutely love them. We've got Santa up here, and Santa is next to this little mouse. This was a mouse that I also got at the Scandinavian Christmas market, handmade. How cute is this guy with the little heart that he's holding? He is definitely a big favorite of mine, and again, just so much personality. I absolutely love him. There are also these ones, so this really beautiful beaded one. This one was inherited from my mother and father-in-law. From what my husband thinks, this actually belonged to his nan because her friend made them and sold them, and I think they're just so pretty. We have quite a few of these around. There's this guy up here made with beads. This one was painted by my niece, a different niece, when she was a toddler. She's 15 now, so she's a little bit older than this painting style. But it always just makes me so happy. It's such a lovely one. In my sewing space, I've put a load of these little stars. I actually made these last year as well. This was part of my Vlogmas Day 0. I made a load of these with my Danish friend Annette because these are very much a traditional Danish decoration. And the great thing is you can keep them. I put them all around and they just add a little touch of sparkle and color. Well, that's more like it, guys. I'm feeling fully Christmassy now, which is so lovely. It is definitely one of my favorite times of the year, and I really love when we can feel all warm and cozy and lovely at home. And I wanted to share with you a couple of advent calendars that I've got this year. The first one is from the Fabric Godmother. One of the things I love about this is, if you've been watching my videos, you might be able to recognize this fabric. I've actually made a dress out of this fabric. It's designed by the Fabric Godmother, and that is just so fun that that's on the front of their advent calendar. So Fabric Godmother is a fabric shop. It's the first time they've done an advent calendar, so genuinely I don't know what's going to be in here, but I'm sure it will be sewing related, and I'm sure that it will be wonderful because all of their stuff is always really high quality. And then the other one I've got is this one, Sparkle Sparkle. Hopefully you can get enough of an idea what it looks like. This is an advent calendar from a tea company called Kusmi Tea, K-U-S-M-I. It's a French tea company. I really do love their teas. They do really wonderful herbal teas, which I feel like are generally a bit harder to come by in the UK. And it's got such a cute design on here. It's like a little hotel situation. So it's beautifully red and gold and sparkly. And then when you open it up, this is the first time I'm opening it up, guys, with you. We've got more going on. So it's more of this beautiful hotel from the looks of it. So I think this is going to be really fun. I know this is a mix of some black and some herbal teas. I might open the tea one first just because I feel like you might not be as excited. I know I'm going to be excited, but it's probably not going to be quite as fun. So I'm just looking around for the numbers. So we've got a number 1 up here. Open her up. Okay, got a little tea bag here, so let me tell you what this one is. So this day 1 is Anastasia. It's a bergamot, lemon, orange blossom flavored black tea, which I think sounds delightful. It sounds kind of like a souped up Earl Grey situation, which I definitely am a fan of. I know their teas are generally really good flavor, so I think I'm going to enjoy this. All right, and Fabric Godmother, we've got day 1 just there. Now I had a spoiler this morning when I was looking at Instagram, and Fabric Godmother were sharing that they actually have a sewing tip each day in there included, which I think is a super cute extra detail. It says place your pins perpendicular to your seams so you can remove them easily whilst sewing, which I generally do tend to do, but I think it's a good tip if you don't. And I have a little pouch, I have to say. Sounds a little pin-like. It's wrapped in tissue paper, and I'm definitely going to keep this and reuse this tissue paper. That is absolutely sure. Oh, I've got a vintage sewing machine sticker. This is like a double whammy right off the bat. And then here we have got some French hard-tempered extra fine pins. So they're like a little box, cute little French box. It's very French themed today, funnily enough. And they're just little pins, little, what I will call like dressmaker's pins, just a little flat end. But they feel lovely quality. You can never have too many pins. And I love that they come in this adorable little box. Good day one. Now I have also got an advent candle. If you guys watched my Vlogmas last year, you will know that I was using one of these, burning one down each day. So there's a little countdown, so you've got a day, a little section for each day. I was burning it down at the end of my videos previously, and at some point, because the wick was off, it didn't manage to burn correctly and it was just melting one side and not the other, and I had to give up on it. So I decided I would go for one that's more cylindrical this year, because I feel like the wick I can see is right in the center at the bottom and it's in the center at the top, so it should burn evenly. So you'll be seeing me burning down each day at the end of my video. So there's no actual sewing today, but I have done a little bit of cutting out fabric. I talked about in my November Makes video that I'm making some soup cozies for everybody, or bowl cozies I should say. So I've been cutting out some different squares of fabric that I'm then going to be putting together to make bowl cozies. I don't want to show the names because I've pinned the names of the people that I'm giving these to, but I've got a whole variety of really fun fabrics that I'm going to be then putting together to make some really cute bowl cozies for people, so you'll definitely be seeing those throughout my Vlogmas. I do have some definitely sewing plans I need to get on with at some point. I've got a Christmas party that I'm going to on the 10th of December, and I haven't sewn the dress yet, so that will be coming at some point soon, probably, hopefully sooner rather than later. This evening we are going to go food shopping, and I thought it would be fun just to show you a little bit of the area around where I am. They've put up some Christmas lights and it looks very pretty, and it's always nice to see some Christmas lights, right guys? Tea verdict? Definitely enjoyed it. I would say it basically just tasted like a really good quality Earl Grey, which is not a bad thing. I definitely enjoyed it. So tonight's going to be just a chill evening now. We are going to very much enjoy relaxing in our Christmas environment, and I look forward to showing you a little bit more around town tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye.